Good morning, I'm Richard, one of the ministers here at St Peter's Church. Welcome as you come and join us in worship today. We've been running two types of services each week online. One, a classical one, familiar to those who've spent a lifetime worshipping Sunday by Sunday, and a more contemporary one on where we try to include news of something about church, church is up to, or meeting someone to find out what God's been doing in their life in the past week or perhaps in years past. Before our first hymn and handing over to Sarah to lead the service, let me give you a feel for what church has been up to and where we're headed in the coming weeks. How are we getting on? As the pandemic continues, of course, individually, we're trying to work out what we can and can't do, what we should and shouldn't do. It's a complicated time, and we do need to be sensitive to each other because we all have a different situation in this pandemic depending on our health and restrictions, families, all kinds of dynamics, and we're in very different times of experience. So let's be kind to each other. Some of us, of course, need to rebuild our confidence, while others need to cope with just sticking to the rules. We just need to be mindful of that. Of course, we've got a gradual return to services, and that's meant we've been able to see each other again, and that's been delightful. It's been emotional as well. Over the last 4 Wednesdays, we've been having a small communion service in church, and we've had 2 Sundays with outdoor services on the green at the back of church, and we have more planned for next Sunday, the 23rd of August. During the week, our weekday lunchtime fellowship, Meet and Eat, has been meeting outside and enjoying being together, but not sharing their picnics. Our youth have been meeting for real instead of just virtually. And planning is going on as to how we can restart activities in the parish centre hall. But we've not just been thinking about ourselves. Some of us have been doing weekly shopping for those confined to their homes, and others have been phoning the isolated and lonely every week, perhaps 2 or 3 times a week. We've been sending transcripts of Sunday talks and prayers to those who can't access our online services. And a good number of us have been contributing to the food larder, or taking food across to the Church of the Good Shepherd, from where the food is distributed. Later we'll be hearing from Abby Edwards, who runs the larder. Thank you all for everything you've been doing, things I've been mentioning, but also things you've been doing in many other ways. We do hope that St Peter's will become better known and appreciated by our local community, and that we can build on the good stuff that's been happening as time goes by and we get beyond the pandemic. And with that hope, we have started Thursday evening prayers. I don't know whether you've noticed that, Thursday evening prayers, where we're seeking God to know what his heart is and how we should be blessing Farnborough, the practicalities of how do we go forward, where is the need, and not just blessing Farnborough but blessing the places where we as individuals live. And we want to bless in practical ways, meeting and serving people in the needs that they have. But most definitively at this moment, we're looking forward to restarting weekly Sunday services in church. It won't be the same, of course, as before with all that spacing, but it'd be great to meet with each other again on a regular basis. But of course, if that's not going to be possible for you, we will carry on the online services. So we hope no one will miss out, and we'll try and keep the news running. So as we begin our service, let's enjoy the great hymn, Great is Thy Faithfulness.